cynical you are. When you're randomly thinking about someone and that person's name suddenly materializes in your inbox, you're going to experience a moment of childlike wonder. For a full second or two after that email appears, you'll contemplate whether you can control space-time with your mind. Once you realize how ridiculous that sounds, you'll focus on more plausible questions, such as whether you're being inceptioned. As humans, we're fascinated by coincidences like this one because they are filled with possibility. Carl Jung believed that such moments of synchronicity reveal hidden truths about the universe. Others interpret coincidence through the lens of religion, spirituality, or science. Even the most skeptical interpretation, that an unexpected yet meaningful occurrence merely represents a statistical improbability, is still based on the desire to find an explanation. When the person you're thinking of suddenly appears, is it a message from the universe, or is it simply random chance? I have no idea. What I do know is that there is tremendous potential in the statement, "Oh my God, I was just thinking of you." In fact, most of my success in business and in life hinges on that phrase and the magical feeling that comes with it. Because if you can get the right people to think of you at the right times, you can accomplish great things. We process an incredible amount of information every second. So many of our judgments and decisions, from the strategic to the mundane, come down to the information we can call to our conscious minds in an instant. By ensuring that you are top of mind among the people in your networks making those important decisions, you are positioning yourself for success. For example, let's say you run a software development company. If potential clients are already thinking about you at the moment they begin looking for a vendor that can deliver software that meets their needs, you are at a distinct competitive advantage. Unlike competing companies that are trying to cut through the noise and the clutter and the trust barriers that slow down sales and partnerships, you are already on top of the potential client's mind. And that's powerful. It isn't enough to come to their mind as just another vendor, though. You want them to view you as a partner and a resource that they value and trust. And there, at the intersection of timing and trust, is your opportunity to influence decision makers. Apply this scenario to current and potential partners, investors, media contacts, and employees. Imagine the impact that widespread top-of-mind status can have on your growth. In this book, you'll learn how to engage and position yourself on top of the minds of the people who matter most, so that whenever opportunity arises, they'll already be thinking of you. Not long ago, I sent an email to the CEO of a mid-market firm wishing him a happy Thanksgiving. This wasn't someone I knew particularly well. He and I had met only once, and we had never had a real conversation. But within half an hour, I had received a reply. "John, total coincidence. I was literally just thinking about you. My team and I are about to discuss the keynote for our conference next year, and I think you should be the speaker. Interested?" Strange, right? Was this the universe itself endorsing me as a candidate for this conference's keynote speaker? Maybe. I mean, after all, the only thing I did to elicit an invitation was wish him a happy Thanksgiving. But my happy Thanksgiving email didn't really come from out of the blue. I had sent this man personal greetings on every public holiday for more than a year. This was simply the first time he had responded. Later, I discovered that he was a regular reader of my Forbes column on leadership, content marketing, and online PR. And he was especially fond of the article in which I named his company's conference as one of the most important of the year. And finally, he had actually seen me speak a few months earlier at a different conference. Over time, my diverse branding efforts had helped me make my way to the top of his mind. That's not to imply that every time he closed his eyes he saw my face. And truthfully, I probably wouldn't accept an invitation from such an individual. In all seriousness, he probably wasn't even aware that he had been thinking about me. I imagined it went something more like this. Picture his brain as an office. Because he had regularly been seeing my name attached to things he liked, my columns, the conference speech I gave, and genuine holiday greetings, I wasn't tucked away in a folder at the bottom of some dark subconscious filing cabinet.